the heavy sigh. Hello, everyone. A moment of silence for the VOD yesterday. Apparently, that jazz list that was called Twitch Safe Jazz List was not Twitch safe at all. And a bunch of that VOD got muted, which is a shame because there's so much of it that's just me screaming into the void. So if those are the moments you missed out on, I'm so sorry. Your person wants to climb in a hole ASMR was ruined. The literal void. Also, I want to say this is inspired by Ashley Robato, just because she was at our stream yesterday, and it was good vibes. But really, it's just because I had my hair in too tight of a bun, and I just took it out. I wish my hair looked like this all the time. I wish this was just my normal hair, but you know, like actual curls instead of like rat's nest. But like, I wish that this is what it always looked like. Yeah, just one big knot, but fashion. I know, she's so cute. She came by while we were stitching up our trousers. I was trying to get them washed and dried before the stream started so I could wear them so we could show off the patch that we made. But it didn't work out. Unfortunately, they are still very wet. So, yeah. Well, so basically what happened was I washed my hair and immediately put it into a bun because I didn't want to bother with it, okay? I left it that way for a day and a half. Do not recommend. I left it that way for a day and a half, and then I took it out of the bun, and this is what happened. And this is what happened, so here we are. Carla! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be so aggressive. How are you? Hello. Again, I would love for us to figure out how to put chat up during the just chatting bits and have it not be an issue. I'm coming in on Wild Hair Day. Yeah. Yeah, baby. I'm about to get the second perm of my life. My first perm, straight up Weird Al. If I could find, I know that I've shown them before, but if I could show you what I look like with a perm, at least when I was younger and my hair was like down to here, oh Lord. I was just a small cursed femme Weird Al. I put my hair into buns and braids to attempt to give it texture and volume, but it never works for very long. Yeah, that's also very fair. Whenever I wash my hair, people are like, wow, there's so much volume to it. Well, it's like mid-dry, right? There's a sweet spot. When it's wet, nothing. But when it's like damp, there's like some extra volumation going on. And then once it's fully dry, it's just flat. Ever heard of curly girl method? I have. If I had curly hair, I'm sure that would be helpful. If it's curly at that point, it might work. I don't have curly hair. This is not, I put it in a bun and it did this. Isn't it to get curly hair? The curly hair methods are for figuring out what type of curl your hair has and being able to treat it properly in order to have healthy, like, nice curls in your hair. My hair is so straight, you could use it as an ironing board. Yeah, this is the true me. Yeah. Which, by the way, if you have curly hair and you feel like you can never figure out, like, what to do with it, or it always feels frizzy or whatever, yeah, a lot of my friends who have super curly hair that have looked into, like, their curl type and all that sort of stuff, it does seem like it's a lot of work, but going through the process is, like, super helpful to sort of understand your hair a bit better. So, yeah, I guess as a non-curly haired person, but a person who knows a lot of people with curly hair, maybe look into it. Yes, right? Oh my god. Yeah, when I was doing like Daily Bite and stuff, they always did anything they could to give my hair volume, right? They would like tease all of this and then do like nice like curls and waves in the bottom, and they would have to fucking spray the shit out of that hair for it to not fall apart. I would be living my life for like an hour and a half, and the curls would already be like, this isn't my natural form. I don't like this. Thanks, guys. It's just a big knot, but it's like a fashionable knot, so I'm rolling with it. Good day, my dear Moral. Thoughts on the Neon Divide hard test last night? I can't wait to see you. More Moral. Okay. Yeah, we did the stress test last night. Unfortunately, my headset at like an hour and a half in started acting super weird, and so it's sort of a shame. I really wish that I had recorded what I was there for, because it was really fun. But basically it was like a non-canon RP to sort of get everybody into like the groove, and to also test like the different maps. So the goal was to have 40 plus people in each map, I think, and they were like shuffling people around to like really stress test it. So, yeah. Moral is one of the owners of a little cafe now, and that cafe was bumping. Oh my god. Basically, the first half an hour of the stress test was us just sort of waiting in the wings, making sure that like everything was working. So, for example, everybody when they load into the map, there's like almost like a green room area. And they were like, if you can't see anything, there was like a big board. They were like, if you can't see anything on this board, it means there's something wrong. And I was like, oh Lord, because I couldn't see anything. And we also have like an inventory, like a sort of like item storage now. And so everybody was looking at their item storage, and the way that you access it is you put your hand on your wrist. And I was like, oh, it's blank, which makes sense. I don't have anything. And Catbug was like, blank like it says empty, or blank like it's blank. And I was like, blank like it's blank. And she was like, okay, come over here. And it turned out that my name, my like VR chat name, was different from the name that they had me in the system as. So it wasn't accessing my account, basically. So they just did some quick changes, and now everything works fine. But it was like a bunch of stuff like that, right? So it was mostly just us like BSing in the green room, quote quote. Yeah, and it was very, very fun, because we have like this cafe, and everybody came by and everybody was ordering stuff, which is hilarious, because we were RPing that like we had only been open for a little bit. So we were like, yeah, we got coffee and we got cookies, and that's it. And keep in mind, there are tons of robots, like synths, in this town. So synths kept coming in and being like, I'll take some oil, please. And we were like, we don't have that. And they were like, seems a bit insensitive, but okay. So at the end of the night, we were like, we really need to have some synth options in here. It's like 50% of our clientele. But yeah, it was really, really fun. can say is Moral's coffee shop is the talk of the Undercity. Nice. Yeah, we want to have a bunch more stuff in there. I know. Shake my head. Unreal. Did you see the cat girl with the frog on her head? Yeah, she hung out at the cafe for a really long time and roasted the shit out of Quinn. Understandably. It was very fun. And it's interesting because we're all having to like figure out and sort of feel out and explain to one another, because there's new season should be starting in the next couple of weeks. So it'll be Friday nights, GMT. Again, I won't be streaming it, but I do plan on recording every time, and that way if I do have to step away and take breaks, I can just cut that out and just kind of put it up as a VOD. But sorry, I'm adjusting my glasses a lot. But a year has gone by between seasons. And so I was like, has a conversation happened about like what everyone's done in the in-between? Like a year is a long time, you know? But yeah, I was basically just like, well, Moral and Wisp. Yeah, no, not a year in real time, but a year in game. So the idea is that literally everything that happened in season 2 happened in like a couple of weeks. And then a year has now gone by. So we've rebuilt the Undercity. We've like, you know, there's a bunch of new businesses there. And beyond that, it's just kind of like in RP, what would you have done, right? So I was like, well, I guess Moral would have spent a lot of time trying to like make friendships with people, which is hard because then you have to like, I have to go to individual people and be like, hi, do you think we would have been friends? Like, can we just say that like we've talked a bit, like, and do you think that our characters would have vibed at all? You know, that sort of a thing. So no. I just mean there's like a time skip, so. So yeah, it's fun. I think it's gonna be a blast. I think having like a place that I start each episode is gonna be really helpful to me, because the start of every episode last season, I wasn't really sure what to do with myself. Because I technically was supposed to be working at the hookah shop, but nobody came to the hookah shop, right? So I would swing by and be like, well, I'm bored. There's nothing going on here. So having a cafe with like 3 characters working there and like, you know, reasons for people to come by and stuff will be really helpful, I think. That's upsetting. I loved coffee time. Oh, why did I stop doing coffee time? There's a bunch of reasons, but like the main reason now that I stream almost every day is that I basically do coffee time streamed. So there's not really a reason to double up on it, you know? But another big reason was because I had a lot of issues with like bad parasocial stuff that was happening with some viewers that was making me really, really uncomfortable. And unfortunately, the format of coffee time made it so that was sort of exacerbated. So doing it streamed, I get to interact with chat a lot and actually answer questions and have conversations with people, and it makes it a lot nicer for me, and I feel really connected with my community. And also, nobody can watch this and think like oh my gosh, she's talking to me, right? Like, this is a secret message for me. There's no way that you can possibly, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but like, generally, I don't think there's a way that you could think that, because I'm literally answering people that are in chat, right? So it's just, it's eliminated a lot of sort of concerns that I've had, and it's also made my relationship with my community better, I think, so. Yeah, this is the modern day coffee time. This is what coffee time has evolved into. What is that and where can we watch? It's called Neon Divide. It's basically like a VR LARP or a VR RP. And it's gonna be happening every Friday for a couple of months, I think. Because they want to do shorter seasons, if I recall correctly. So it'll be like 2 or 3 months of Fridays. And I won't be streaming it, but a lot of the players stream. I won't be streaming it. I'll be just recording it. So. Do you give relationship advice? Not unless I have like really not unless I personally have experienced a situation that is similar, because otherwise I'd be talking out of my ass and I wouldn't know, you know, like any actual advice. Hi. She's cute. She's cute. She's cute, 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 cute. She's cute. She's cute. She's cute, 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 cute. Hello, McSthorn. Oh. It's about Bergie's appointment. Thank you. I also love it. I just left it in a bun for too long. The back of it probably looks terrible. I'm gonna let her out of the room, and you guys can wait. I don't know if there's a hole in the back of these trousers. You know what? The back of my head might be an enigma. These are technically Sam's, but he has so many like nice new pairs of sweatpants that he doesn't wear these anymore, so. The too long pants is a mood. Yeah. I mean, even when they are mine, they're too long, if we're being real. No, he's got like really, really soft white ones that he's had forever that you can literally just see through. So he keeps like wearing, you know, underwear with stripes and stuff on it, and then he'll wear those trousers because they're comfy, which again, I've said there are jeans that I have kept until they're basically assless chaps. I'm never gonna actually wear them again, but I just cannot bear to give them up, right? That's kind of how Sam is with these trousers. Like, he just loves them. They're so like nice and soft for him. But like, you can straight up, if there's any kind of pattern on his underwear, you're like, ah, the heart ones today, huh? You can just see it. Yeah, we're doing a like an AU, an alternate universe one shot for Misdemeanor tonight, to help Brett. He's doing fundraisers all week. I think that this is the last one, actually. He's doing fundraisers all week to drum up money for Phase 3 for his D&D games. So we're doing a Misdemeanor one shot tonight, and it should be very fun. But it is like an alternate universe sort of thing. I think it's at 9 p.m. Hold on, let me dubs check. Let me double check. It should be in the schedule. Oh my god, that still says Misdemeanor finale. Incorrect. Wait, is there not an announcement on his Discord of when all of that stuff is. Unbelievable. Let's see. Just have to go to hours. Okay. 4 EST, 9 p.m. So normal misdemeanor time. Because a 5-hour difference from Eastern. So yeah. Dodger, how's the baby? She's great. She's gonna be 4 soon. She's great. She's got so much personality. It's hard to keep up, to be honest. She has the extreme focus of Sam with the intense need to perform that I have. So it's a fun combination. Korguzmar, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Oh, and thank you for the gifted subs as well. I'm sorry I missed those. Thank you. If you were gifted a sub by Korguzmar, make sure that you take the time to say thank you. Do you have advice for when misunderstandings or miscommunications happen over long distance? I find that the most difficult times when something like that happens is the wait between responses. It so easily creates room for doubts and anxieties to fester. It's hard to let go of them entirely when it comes time to fully air things out and have a discussion. With any friendship or relationship, it's not the fight itself, it's the time you spend afterward worrying about it all alone that really hurts. Yeah, I don't know what my advice for that would be, but like, yeah, I mean, like, misunderstandings and miscommunications are so common with long-distance friendships and romantic relationships. Like, that happened to Sam and I all the time, right? And really, at least from my perspective, the thing that was always helpful was being like, we shouldn't talk about this over text, right? Like, like there's obviously like something that we're not like connecting properly right now. It's hard to like convey your meaning. But also like fortunately, Sam is the sort of person to immediately tell me if I like say or do something and he perceives it a certain way, he will tell me, which is very helpful for me, which is why I try really hard to do that for him as well. I'm not as good at it. But it would always help me try to like put myself in his shoes, you know? I don't know. I'm not sure what my advice would be. It's just difficult. It is hard because you're not in the same place and it's not happening like face to face, you know? And yeah, sometimes like a person says something and then goes to bed and you're like, what? Like, what does that mean, right? And then you have to just wait until they wake up if there's like a big time difference. Yeah, that sort of stuff can be really hard. But you're not alone. That stuff happened to Sam and I all the time. And there are plenty of things that like, I think one of the really helpful things for me is realizing at a certain point that like, you don't need to end a conversation or a situation knowing who was right. You know, there were some situations where in the end it was like something happened, he perceived it one way, I perceived it a different way, and we just had to kind of like trust, like neither of us is the sort of person that is actively trying to hurt the other person, right? Like the miscommunication happened, but it didn't happen because of any malice or ill intent on either of our parts. So we can give each other a little bit of space to be like, okay, well, obviously, like, this is just something that we do differently, right? We're from different countries. Like, we obviously, you know, communicate things differently. We might perceive actions differently. And that's okay. It's just something we need to learn about each other. You know, there's a lot of weird, like, sticky variables that wind up happening in relationships like that. No, I didn't record the stress test. I didn't.
Welcome, you.
And I was only at the stress test for an hour and a half before the headset started freaking out. And then I was like, well, it's not finding the headset for some reason. I'm going to fix this tomorrow because it's 3:30 in the morning. And if it doesn't want to find it, it's a sign that I should just go to bed. Freelance Champ, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much. I hope you're having a lovely day. Yeah, I've also tried to do that with Clark. Like, more of a, let's try and work through this because we're a team, right? I don't think either of us wants to be sad or make the other person sad. So let's try and tackle this from, like, a team perspective. Like, you and I are working together to try and, like, you know, get back to a good place. It's the same way that Sam and I try to tackle stuff. And it's honestly been, like, a nice way to look at stuff with Clarky as well. In those moments where you want to be like, because I'm your mom and I just want you to do it, right? Like, it's sometimes nicer to be like, I just really need help with this. Can we be a team right now and can you help me with this thing, you know? Unicorn's like a boss. Thank you for all the gifted subs. I knew that gifted subs happened and I was in the middle of talking and I missed out on it. But thank you so much for all those gifted subs. Thank you. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Anybody that's been gifted a sub today, double check who it was that gifted you your sub and take the time to say thank you because it's very sweet. Oh, my ring's gone. I took it off for a shower. It's the most obvious answer. It still makes me go. Right. It's in the cup. It's in the cup in the bathroom. I don't know if you meant to write that out as like a nar, but that's how I'm reading it in my mind. Nakey finger. Hi, Telly. Was there stuff we were going to talk about today? I feel like yesterday Dodger said she wanted to talk about something. Nar. Stuff we were going to talk about today? I don't think so. I don't remember there being something specifically we were going to talk about. I am bummed though that the mushroom trousers are still wet. But they didn't fall apart in the wash, so little blessings. But my kid, oh my God though. I showed it to Clark and she was like, wow, and immediately started like picking at it. And I was like, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yes, we are going to do the gifted subs today, yeah. Music's a little loud. I can tone it down. Is that better? Hello, family. How's Lala End hoodie going? Yeah, it's good. I wore it yesterday on stream. It says Lale End Ujour. The logo's totally gone. We talked about taking the pocket off and replacing it with a different pocket. Off stream, I thought to myself, maybe it would be best if instead of the normal hoodie pocket, I just put 2 pockets as though they were here, but just here instead. I don't know why that makes me laugh, but I like that. So there might be 2 little pockets right here. And we also talked about swapping out the hoodie string. What did it say originally? It said La légende toujours. The legend forever. So, in our quest to make this hoodie make absolutely no fucking sense, we've ripped some letters off, and now we're just gonna keep going, baby. More pockets are always good. How come Sam didn't stream yesterday? Because we were having date night. He streamed on Wednesday, which is normally our date night, so he took Friday off so that he and I could hang out. And then around like 11:30, I started to fall asleep, and he was like, "Don't fall asleep, you've got Neon Divide." And I was like, "Can you just make sure I'm awake at 1, please?" Can you just make sure I'm awake at 1, please? At least I'll get a couple hours of sleep. So... And then, of course, look, I'm telling you, the real play when Neon Divide actually starts is going to be just putting Clark to bed in our bed. Because what happened last night during the stress test, Clark got up 4 times. One time she insisted on talking to me, and I was like, "Honey, I love you so much, but I'm actually like doing a thing. Can you please go to daddy?" And then she kept asking about like, what was I playing? And you know, like all these other questions. I was like, "Honey, it is 4 a.m. Can you please?" Actually, it was probably 3 at that point. It's 3 a.m. But anyways, Sam kept putting her back to bed in our bed and in her bed, and eventually put her to bed in ours, and she just was knocked out. just slept the rest of the night. So I was like, she should just sleep in our bed on Friday nights, and I think she'll be fine. Anything that I can do to keep, because what happened last season for when formerly Callous Row, right? The past season, what wound up happening was I was stopping constantly on some nights because Clark just kept waking up. But again, I shared a wall with her, right? I'm gonna be doing it from the living room now, in the like VR setup that I set up for Sam. He insisted. I was like, "Don't you want to use it?" And he was like, "No." He's like, "No, if you're gonna be doing like full on RP stuff and you really want to like take it seriously this time, you should do it in the like really nice VR area." I was like, "Okay." So I'm downstairs now. I'm not sharing a wall with her, which is nice. But like, yeah, last season I had to constantly come up with like RP reasons to just walk away to be like, I'm busy. I have to do something. Goodbye. Hi, Summer. Did you like Monster Hunter World? Someone wrote on Sam's stream that you played it with Kraken. I mean, I play like itty-bitty bits of Monster Hunter when it comes out. Monster Hunter Tri is the only one that I went really, really hard on. Isn't the easiest RP excuse that you have diarrhea. I mean, fortunately, the mod team has always told me, like, it's your kid. If you need to walk away for your kid, regardless of what's going on in the story, I think everybody's gonna understand if you vanish, right? Like, it's fine. We know why you probably left, right? Like, it's not a big deal. Just do what you gotta do. and hopefully you'll be able to come back, right? Which is very sweet and very understanding. Yeah. So this time I would like to not have to do that. Or if I do, have it be a really rare thing, you know? I don't know. I really liked, because Monster Hunter Tri was the first Monster Hunter I ever played, and I really liked it. Like, I got so into it. And no Monster Hunter since then has ever been as fun. And I don't know why. I have no idea why that's the case. But it's because there were water battles in it and they were just so fun. I just loved them so much. And then they were like, what if we didn't do water battles anymore? And I was like, what? That's the best part of the game. This is all sarcasm. The water battles are terrible. Yeah, I think it's just because it was the first Monster Hunter I had ever played. And I was like, this is really fun, you know? So. But Sam loves them. Sam goes really hard on them. So. Oh, my friends are playing Monster Hunter Rise. I really need to get it, I guess. Yeah. I mean, if you really like hunt games, yeah, it's great, you know. Sam goes hard on every game he likes. That's a fact also, though. Monster Hunter games, or like hunt games is what I said. Like games that are about like you hunting something. Yeah, I also played Monster Hunter Tri entirely by myself, and I feel like there's, for whatever reason, maybe this is me like fabricating this because I now know so many people that play them, but I feel like all of the games since Tri have had such a huge focus on multiplayer, on like playing with your friends, doing the hunts with your friends, and I really like just doing it by myself. I mostly soloed the Monster Hunter games. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, but hold on. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I did a little bit of multiplayer with Tri, but not a ton. Something about how Monster Hunter controls that just doesn't work for me. Is it like the speed? Because some people have compared like the speed and like the weight of the weapons and things like that to Dark Souls. Actually, like if you don't like the combat in Dark Souls, you probably won't like the combat in Monster Hunter, because everything is just like you're pretty slow, right? Like everything's really heavy. I had trouble with the camera. Oh, interesting. I finally ordered a controller. Oh my gosh, this morning I was trying to order new. So basically, the finale of last season and this stress test that we just did for Neon Divide, I used Sam's setup. So I used his Index headset and the Index controllers, and everybody like shits themselves over the Index controllers, right? They love them. I don't know if it's because of how big my hands are, because I have baby hands. I don't know what it is, but like they are so difficult for me to use. And my Vive controllers one of them is like totally busted. So I was like, I'm going to get a new controller, and I was trying to do it this morning, and it was just giving me guff. That's all. I was like, I'll do this later, but I do really need to remember to do that. What controller is the green, black, pink one? This? It's an Xbox controller. No, it's not. It's a Switch controller. Oh my god. It's a Switch controller. I was going to ask you about that. I want to upgrade my VR stuff by Tiny Hands Evil. Honestly, don't get the index controllers. They're so expensive. And like the reason that people really like them, and I'm kind of wondering, surely there are people coming up with controllers that do this but are better for smaller hands. But basically you like put your hands into little straps, and then there's like a bar that you hold on to, and it recognizes which of your fingers are up or down. So that's why people love them, right? Is because you can do like this, and it knows that these two fingers are up. So it's going to do this in VR, right? Or this or whatever. So people really love it for the articulation of like doing exactly what you want with your hands. But if your hands are slippy sliding all over the place because the strap doesn't tighten enough to actually be tight on my hands, right? So my hand is just kind of like flopping all over the place. And poor Merle's little fingies are like doing this in VR because it doesn't know where my hand is. My hand is like just like all over the place. So I found that I actually had, even though I didn't get the articulation out of it, I had a lot more luck doing exactly what I meant to do with the Vive controllers. So I would love to know if there are companies that are trying to basically do what Index is doing, but in a way where it's not a nightmare for me. On the Index controllers, my thumb can't reach A and B. Oh my god, with the headset on, and you're just like, where is it? Where's the button? Where's the button? Where's the button in your hands? You're just like desperately looking for the right button. Oh my god, nightmare. Gestures are way easier with the Vive controller. I completely agree with that. Yeah. Moral, in the finale last season and in the stress test last night, like no variation of facial expression at all. Just like, hello, yes, I am neutral. I think that people are trying to do the glove thing, and maybe somebody has done the glove thing. Even with I mean, I would be shocked if there's a glove that would fit me. Again, small hands. Hold on, I'm gonna look actually. There's also, so when I was on the Vive website, wait. So the other thing that they have currently, products, accessories, there's a new thing called the facial tracker. And I was like, does that work in VR chat? Because that would be wild. It's literally a thing that like clips onto it and just like scans your face, basically, like what you're doing with your nose and mouth, I guess. But your eyes are inside of the set. So how would it know what you're doing with your eyebrows? I guess it's just to track your mouth, really. How is VR at the moment? Are there good games available for it? I feel like I don't hear about VR much anymore. So I think a lot of people are still generally making like VR experiences, and beyond that, the games that come out rarely get enough buzz for people to really hear anything about them. I think VR still, in some ways, feels more accessible than ever, and in other ways feels like a waste unless you have like a really good reason to get it. You know? Does that make sense? It does work in VR chat. It's harder to set up right, but when it's done correctly, it looks amazing. Interesting. The idea of getting something like that for my fucking mushroom character who does not who has basically a cartoon mouth and being like wow 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 wow. Not really. Okay, well, I guess what I'm saying is there are so many options for how you can do VR, right? There are cheap options, there are really expensive options, there are accessories, there's all kinds of things. There's versions that you just have to sit with, there's versions that you can sit or stand, there's versions that need cameras, there's versions that don't need cameras, right? There's like incredible amounts of options for somebody who's interested in VR. But if you were going to say, for those of you who don't have VR, if you were going to say like, man, I would really love to buy a VR system, is there more than one or two things that you can think that you would do with it? You know, I think some people would be like, man, I really want to experience Half-Life Alyx. Okay. I would love to hang out with my friends in VR chat. Sure. You can also justify that like a lot of people use VR chat in desktop mode, right? So it's justifying buying it, even though there's like so many options, justifying buying it based on like there's a reason that consoles are typically sold off the back of like a really good title, right? I think that there just aren't very many titles for VR that make people go, I need to get a VR system. Beat Saber is like the best one that I can think of that like gives you evergreen use, you know, aside from VR chat. So yeah, that's just my thoughts as somebody who is in a house with insane amounts of VR equipment. Hi, HB. Thank you. I put it in a bun for too long, and this is what happened. Thank you. Yeah, again, I'm not saying that like there is no reason to buy VR. I'm saying like maybe the reason that people can't really gauge if VR is doing well or not is, you know, development of software and hardware has been a lot more difficult over the last couple of years, right? And the uses for VR vary so wildly from person to person. Yeah. I guess I need to put my hair in a bun for too long. That's what Sam and I did. Our first VR experience was at our friend's house, and we were like, this is very fun. But basically everything that we did with it was like an experience, you know? None of it was like a full gaming experience, really. It was fun. It was fun, like little one-off things, and we were like, this is really fun, this is cool. But in the end, the reason that Sam wound up buying stuff, I think, was specifically for VR chat, because he had so many friends that were playing it, and he was like, sure, I'll get a setup and try out VR chat. And he wound up loving VR, right? Like really loving it, to the point that he has all the stuff that he has, and I'm able to mooch off of his old stuff and still have a good system, right? Like, so but you know, I think that it did help that we had used it at somebody's house before. So if you know somebody who already has it, like, the worst thing could be getting a system that you've never used before and then being like, oh my god, this makes me unbelievably motion sick, right? Stuff like that, unfortunately, happens all the time. Suggestions for VR devs: make gacha games. Oh my god, don't. Not like this. My husband will never surface. I know. Oh my god. How angry Kraken was when he was like, are you using full body? And I was like, yeah. He was like, I don't even use full body. Why are you using full body? And I was like, because Sam has 2 full body sets. And he was like, what? Why? Why does he have that? It's like, I don't know. I'm just using it. I'm just the beneficiary. So you can use one while you recharge the other, of course. The other thing that he has that are really cool, but I think one of them is bricked, is they're basically battery packs that you add onto your sensors, so the sensors last longer. I would love to have that, but for the controllers. I feel like the controllers die so fast. Hi, Nick! Yeah, we're doing an AU one-shot for Misdemeanor, an alternate universe. What does a full body set have versus just a regular one? So if you've ever watched VR chat stuff, you'll notice that there are some people that can basically like do an elaborate pole dance in VR. And you're like, how the fuck are they doing that? And then there are people who kind of walk around like this, and their legs don't really move. They're just kind of like, you know, the arms move and the head moves, and that's basically it. So those are the difference between full body and not full body. They're both fine. Full body adds a sensor here, so it knows when you're moving your torso, and 2 sensors on a sensor on each foot. So it knows what you're doing with your feet, and it sort of like implies if your torso is here and your foot lifts this way, then this is probably what your leg is doing, right? So that's basically how it works. Full body is really fun. As a person that likes to be like a big dip in VR chat, full body is extremely fun. And when I don't have full body, I'm really sad about it because I can't do stupid shit very easily, but I really need to catch up on Misdemeanor and Goblins. Yeah, now's the time. Now's the time. During the Dean drought of IO. Sorry. I keep forgetting that some people really hate that noise. Yeah, Summer and I got to VR hug at Sam's birthday. It was great. What happened to all your fun PJs? Do you mean the kigurumis? I still have a kigurumi. Oh my god, summer. Actually, though, if you want to know how long it had been since I had done VR chat, Komoroshi was like, hey, can I upload your, because Komoroshi did Moral's, like, season 3 outfit. I was like, do you want to upload the model or do you want me to do it? And I was like, if you want to do it, go for it. So I was like, I just need to remember what, like, my login and everything is. So I went to log in and my picture was just a rat. I was like, because Sam's birthday, so we did a birthday party for Sam in VR, and basically it devolved into a bunch of us just turning into rats. I was a rat for a really long time in VR for his birthday. So it was like, the last time you logged in, you were a rat. And I was like, I sure was. I missed that fucker. I missed that rat. I was also really, I forgot yet again that I was a rat. And when I logged into VR chat to like make sure everything was working right before the like pre-meeting, I logged in and I was like, why am I so small? Because you see things relative to how big your model is, right? So if somebody's in like a normal sized model and you are literally a rat and you stand next to them, you're going to be like, whoa, right? So I loaded into the world and I was like, why am I so small? And looked down and saw my little rat feet. And I was like, oh, right, I'm a rat. I forgot that I'm a rat. Obviously a rat in my heart till the day I die, but like a rat in VR life. I forgot about that. I just tuned in. What is this about? We've just been talking about VR stuff. And I was saying that we set up a VR birthday party for my husband, and it devolved into a bunch of us turning into rats. Because in VR, so for those of you who have never used VR chat before, if you have it set to allow this, you can basically look at a person, click on them, and then copy their avatar. So one person was a rat, and I was like, I want to be a rat. So I clicked on them and hit copy avatar, and it turned me into a rat. And then we just all started copying each other and turning into rats. That's the way that it works. But you can also, like for Moral, because Moral is like specific to a certain thing, and I don't want just everybody being Morals, I could go into the system and be like, this avatar can't be copied, right? But like the goofy, stupid shit, why would you ever protect that? Let everybody be stupid, you know? Birthday become rat. Yeah, basically. By the time Sam realized what was going on, he was like, what? What is happening? There was just a bunch of us by a fire. I'm trying to remember. Gmart was also a rat, and we had convinced everybody that Gmart was like a rat god, basically. It was ridiculous. It was so stupid. It was good. It was good content, guys. Trust me. It looks like a coffee bean. This one? I agree. This one does look like a coffee bean, specifically in the camera, I think. Yeah, I got a little out of hand. It was fun, though. But yeah. Yeah, VR is fun. I should do it more often, because when I get back into it, I'm always like, virtual reality. Wacky. Yeah, knots. Wood knots is what you would call these. Where did you go shopping for your desk? When we moved to England, we bought an old dining table from a person on Facebook. And that's this. Yeah, well, I mean, like, I should hope. The only time that I'm ever moral is in Neon Divide. So unless somebody is in Neon Divide with nefarious purposes, which I'm going to choose to believe that that's not the case because the vetting process is ridiculous to get into it. Does your skin chafe after? When I used a friend's Oculus for a weekend, I did have it set up correctly. My face was ugh after. I mean, it gets sweaty for sure. It does get sweaty, yeah. I do live in England. Yeah, I've lived here for a couple years now. And my husband and I have been together for quite a few years. And I came here for like every Christmas and stuff for a while. I just want to say I really like this new emote. It's good, right? It's another Alex special. The Junkrat with the cowboy hat. I think Not Like This is one of my favorites. It's so funny for some. It's just me like pulling my beanie over my eyes, like no. After hearing you talk so much about Godforged, I went to check it out. I saw it has 72 episodes so far. I thought, F it, and I went in. I hope you enjoy it. Joe's a fantastic DM. I show up episode 12, I think. Thank you, Zyjin. I hope you're doing well. Any updates on the partially exploding car? Not really. I've been running it for at least a half an hour every day just to make sure that the battery is all right. But just waiting on tires. Sam was like, maybe we should just sell it. I was like, I mean, we can't sell it with 2 tires missing, Sam. And he was like, yeah, I guess that's fair. It's like we have to replace the tires before we can get rid of the car. Oh, Dilettante, thank you. They said not to draw us off course, but I finished Rotting Maw last night, and you did a great job. Lots of interesting concepts. It was clear you did your research. Thank you very much. I'm glad you felt that way. Yeah, you can do !ND. And it gives you kind of a rundown on what it is. And yes, that is also a good point. Joe has done recap episodes because he knows that it's really long. So I think there are three or four recap episodes that just kind of sum up what's happened in like big chunks of episodes. So if you wanted to jump in sooner rather than later to watch live, you'd be able to do that. Yeah, look, if there's some, not that I want to, you know, encourage this in a person, but if there's somebody who is anything like my grandpa who's living around us, it doesn't matter that it's missing 2 tires, baby. You'd be like, it's fine, I'm just gonna use this car to fix my 40 other cars. I'll be there to pick it up today. As I demonstrated with IO, I have to see it all. Recaps aren't enough. Oh, man. Yeah, I used Fate. I used Fate Accelerated for Rotting Maw. Running Fate is so different from playing Fate. It's very difficult to run Fate, I think. Oh, well, it's like I've said before, I can be honest with myself. Mechanics of any TTRPG are never going to be my strong suit. Right? Like, and you might say to yourself, well, then maybe you shouldn't be a DM. But I would argue I really like telling stories. So DMing is fun for that. It's just mechanically I have to frequently take like stop for a second and be like, fuck, how does this work? I do that with D&D too, and I've been playing D&D for over 10 years, right? Like I still will hit points where I'm like, I don't remember how this works. Meanwhile, Sam has been playing less than half of the amount of years that I have, and he knows like every fucking rule. He knows all of it by heart. I'm just like, That's why rules are written down. You know what? Fair. I get mechanics, but I'm horrible with describing things properly. Summer, we were meant to co-DM, you and I. One day, let's run a game together. It'll be fun. The mechanics behind TTRPGs make them hard to enjoy. I love storytelling, but when you try to make things happen, it takes so long. I think that's what's nice about the fact that there are so many different types. There are lots of different games, right? Even though the only ones that a lot of people hear about is like D&D, there are lots of different systems out there, and some of them are basically just like narrative, right? It's just like, do you just want to narratively be like, yeah, I do this. And as long as your sheet is filled in correctly, you can be like, I do it. It's done. It happened because my sheet says I can do that, right? Stuff like that can make, you know, those sections that feel like gummy or not as fun for you just be part of telling the story, you know? I wanted to say thank you. I used to watch your content all the time during a rough patch. Thankfully, I'm doing a lot better now. I found your content through TB. Love the positivity and how genuine you are, and I really love the iron in the background. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Pointy Stick. That's so sweet. I hope you're doing better. I hope life's treating you well. So many people have recommended Kids on Bikes to me. We were building for Thirsty Sword Lesbians yesterday. It's a fun system. Oh my god, I want to play that so bad. I was looking at the rules for that. The system literally has smitten and finally kiss as mechanics. It's so good. It's so good. Especially the iron. Look at this absolute legend. Look at this man. Look at these children in my car. Look at these kids in my car. Look at these kids on my bikes. All my D&D characters are thirsty sword lesbians, you know? A long time ago, I don't remember who it was, and if you're watching right now, I just want you to know that I remember you asking this question so vividly for some reason. A long time ago, somebody was like, have you ever made a character that was queer? And I sat and I thought for a long time, and I was like, I don't think I've ever made a character that was straight in my entire life. Like explicitly straight. I don't think I've ever made that even once. And then I was like, I should probably make a straight character one day. Not that I have to, but like, I just don't think I ever have. Love the hair. Thank you. I put it in a bun for too long. All my D&D characters aren't human. I like the escapism of being a dragon or a bird. I need to make more... I don't know if monster races is the right like term for it, but I need to make more like non-humanoid characters. For some reason, I steer away from that a lot, and I don't know why. Kenku are great. I love Kenku. They're great. Zach was asexual. He was demisexual specifically, but like ace spectrum. Eugene! Eugene was a good character. I don't know what Eugene was, but... Eugene was just Eugene. That's... Yeah. I should... Man. I played a lot of, Dragonborn characters for a hot minute there. I was really into that. But I've never played like Aarakocra or Kenku or any of those. I don't know why, honestly. I play Fabia right now. Fabia's straight up just a rabbit. And that's really fun. I once tried to make a Loxodon and I couldn't figure out the personality. Oh my god. Well, if you want to make a Loxodon that's like Octo's Loxodon from our offline game, you just have them quote memes, but in like a high fantasy world, and just throw those out there and see what happens. I don't know if you've ever tried to imagine a Loxodon dabbing, but I've had to many times now. What was his name? That's a great question. I don't remember. Haluk, I think. Haluk was his name. Every time there was like important lore, if you've ever watched Octo, this probably will not surprise you. Anytime there was like a lore moment, the period at the end would be Octo going Haluk dabs. It'd be like, thanks, Haluk. Thank you very much for your contribution. I got to hear Sam describe elephant toes once, and I hated that. Oh yeah, Sam plays a lot of beasties. Sam was a elephant, if you will, yeah, in Nova Hellscape, and then Scold is his character in Godforged, who's a Krigven, like a huge bear character. He's a beastie boy, if you will. Yeah, he's either a big beastie boy or he's a hot lady. Those are the two options. Those are Sam's two lanes. Yeah, Stormseed, another great beastie boy option. Yeah, I don't remember who it was, but somebody not that long ago was like, I just want to play a not infernal tiefling. And that made my brain buzz a lot. So I was like, yeah, I want to play a not infernal tiefling. That sounds great. Isn't Sam's character the reason Joe's channel has the furry tag? I don't want to know about that. I don't know. I don't know why he does that. Summer. What does that mean? I don't understand. It's basically like, the idea is like, so every tiefling, right, always has this like flavor of like, their eyes burn with fire. They look like they literally crawled out of hell and are here to just be hot and badass. And somebody was like, what if I want to look like a tiefling, but a tiefling that, like popped out of a flower, Thumbelina style? What if I want to be that instead? And I was like, yeah, what if you want to be that instead? Or both. Oh, I recently got back onto Twitch. I haven't seen your video since I was in middle school. Now I'm in my first year of college. What's up? Welcome. I hope you're doing well. First year of college? Wild. Yeah, I mean, it's up to your DM, right? You can absolutely, you know, even just flavor things however you want, really. I can tell you that the character that I'm currently trying to build for IO, I have flavored a decent amount of stuff already. It doesn't mean that the mechanics change. It just means that their purpose or what they mean or what they look like is different, you know? And that's it. That's like the easiest version of homebrew that you can give a DM, is to be like, I want this to work the same. I just want us to agree that this is what it looks like. And chances are the DM, unless in their world that doesn't work, they're going to be like, yeah, that's fine. I don't care. A 7-foot-tall turtle fisherman. I love it. Adorable. Yeah, I mean, Summer did that with Leask, if I recall correctly. Summer correct me if I'm wrong, but Summer basically went to Brett and was like, you can do whatever you want with my backstory. Enjoy. Have fun. DM let me turn into a cube of water for a session just so my party could push me around like a bit of dice. Oh my god. I did see that Jesse's doing a gaming news show now. Yo, power to him. I hope it does well. He's still on that YouTube grind. I gave up. Somebody immediately tagged me and was like, are you going to be a guest on Jesse's gaming news show? And I was like, I didn't know it existed until right now. But sure. Friender's doing a react to of all the episodes. Of course he is. Of course he is. Yeah. There's a character in IO named Sogu. Is that how you pronounce his name? He's basically like an old man half-elf with a gigantic beard. And he really fucked things up for me lore-wise because Alis is a half-elf. And the whole goof is like, well, if you're a half-elf, like, maybe you can have a little facial hair, but it probably won't ever be very much, right? Elves tend to not have any. So, like, depending on what you're half and half of, you know, sure, like, maybe you'll have a little bit, but probably not as much as you would. And meanwhile, there's another fucking half-elf in the same universe with, like, a gigantic beard. I'm like, look, we're different types of half-elves, okay? So he's just built different, you know? Look, wild magic gave me my facial hair, so what are you gonna do about it? That's canon. Not all half-elves are half-human. They don't have to be. They don't have to be. Goodbye. My people need me. Just kidding. I'm back. I was opening the window. There's a window back there behind my desk. I've pulled my desk out enough that I can get back there and like mess with wires and shit if I need to, and also just do general shit with this window. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, whether or not there's like a specific trait or look that I give most of my characters. If I like combine them all together, if I like mentally look at all of them, I can't see it, but obviously I played a couple of like bitchy men in a row. But yeah, they all have attitude. They do all have attitude. That is fair. That is a true fact. even if they're nice. I always seem to make mine heavy armor, hammer wielding, strong, silent types. It's fun to try and do something different. It's why I'm like leaning toward sort of like sweeter characters. Just like I'm trying to build characters that are different from what I normally do. I'm currently building 4 characters for 4 different things. And they're all pretty different from what I've played recently, as well as different from each other, I feel like. But I might just be looking through the lens of like myself, you know? I make a lot of nobles living my bougie bitch dream. I love that. Oh my god, do I ever play God, I don't think I ever play like nobles or royalty or anything like that. I'm a big fan of urchins. Urchins are definitely my like go-to vibe. I think you were a snobby high elf in a Warhammer RP thing. I was a high elf in a one-shot. That was another like intellectual elf character. I've made a lot of those. I need to steer the fuck away from that. I'm done with that vibe. I'm done with being like, I'm the smartest smarty pants who ever smartied, and also my ears are pointy. I need to do something different. Like that. I've done that too many times. In the Warhammer thing, I was a oh my god, what are they called? Blood hunter? Something like that. All I know is I was really dramatic. Yeah, I need a himbo. I need a himbo. He's gonna save me. He's gonna save my brain. I get to be head empty. That's the whole plan. Witch hunter, I think that's what it was, yeah. Would you ever roleplay as a parent? Yeah, I've thought about doing that before. I've specifically like an older parent. I don't think that I would want to roleplay as a parent to like a little kid, because yeah, that is my real life. But like a parent to someone who's already an adult. Yeah, I've thought about doing that before.
Coffee drinking burrito babe.
Yeah, we have we've like deep dive developed a himbo cop on stream. There's also a character that is heavily inspired by Shino from Naruto that I've pretty much built out. Yeah, I was talking with Joe because I think Alis is the first character that I ever played where I like really fleshed out the backstory. And it really did help with, and you might say like, duh, but I think there's a lot of different ways to go about building a character, right? And the way that I had always done it for the most part was like, here are the really important, impactful moments, and everything else I will figure out in improv, basically, right? Like the details of it will kind of clarify as I play this character. Alis, I felt like I really needed to figure out exactly where that fucking kid was coming from, right? Like, to play this like really guarded kid. So I like really fleshed out Alis's entire backstory that I guess at this point I can put on the wiki. I haven't done that. Yeah, I was talking to Joe and I was like, wow, it really does help you inform your decisions a lot better when you have like specific context for things. Which again might seem obvious, but I'm a believer. I'm a believer now. Now I feel like I want to like flesh out backstory for all of my characters. I just love Shino, and I think that he deserves the world. What an underrated character. For anybody who never watched Naruto, Shino is from an entire family of ninja who that has like a what is the term for it? mutually beneficial like situation with bugs, where the bugs use their bodies as hives essentially, and so they can control the bugs, and the bugs use their bodies for like sustenance and a home, like a symbiotic relationship. Yeah, that's the right word. And Shino's character was like super chill for the most part, like really, really chill and relaxed, and just fucking creepy because there were bugs, because there were just bugs that could just pop out of all of his pores whenever he wanted. And it was wild. And I was like, I want to make that character. I want to make that character where you're like, God, she's just so sweet. Like, how nice. Love her. Love everything about her. Except the fucking bug thing. So that's one of the characters that I'm making, yeah. Shikamaru, it was always the best boy. Shikamaru is my favorite character in Naruto, for sure. She's just a girl, a normal girl, but she's bugs. Yeah. See, your friend gets it. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna wind up doing, this has seemed to make the most sense to me, is to, speaking of reflavoring, to reflavor Circle of Spores to be bugs. That just seems to make the most sense. So, that's sort of what I'm going for right now. I'm not going to say what type of bug. I'm going to let that be a thing inside of the game. Because I have sorted that out with the DM, but... but I think it's going to be very cool. No, not Swarm Keeper. Because with Circle of Spores, there is the implication and assumption that the bugs are coming, that the spores are coming from your body, right? So the sort of things that you can do with the spores is very similar to what I want to be able to do with the bugs. So I think it's going to work better that way. Also, Princess Patoot, I'm sorry I missed that when it happened, but welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much for the subscription. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. I'm excited. I was like, oh my god. Because I have a guest thing coming up that's secret. I have a guest thing coming up, and then I have 2 campaigns, but I'm not sure what days they're going to be happening, and then I have Neon Divide. Good things come to those who roll. I feel like I'm just gonna be playing D&D every single night for like a while here. Yeah, it's gonna be very fun, and I'm also gonna be very tired because a lot of this stuff, you know, winds up happening like later in the day for me, but that's okay. I know, good thing I love it. Good damn. Have you seen the new Dropout D&D show? I haven't. Is it another Dimension 20 thing? I have 2 games a week. It's enough, honestly, and I don't even have a child. If, like, I feel like sometimes it depends on, because I also still have Godforge going, right? Sometimes it depends on, like, what is the tone of all of the games? if every single one of the games that I'm in winds up being like tonally really intense, I will be emotionally exhausted every week. Yeah. But if there's like variation in tone, that'll be helpful. But I won't know that until I'm in it, you know. It seems just yesterday you were shouting about a drought of D&D. Nick, I know. I'm very blessed. The universe was like, okay, bitch. I hope Himbo doesn't go through too much. I was talking with the DM about it, and they were like, yeah, it seems like you play a lot of characters who are kind of like, you know, really in their own heads and like sort of, you know, overthinking things, like sort of a thing. So this might be really nice for you. At the same time that they were saying that, I was saying like, yeah, there's like some, like depending on which direction the game goes in, there's some really interesting things that could happen with this character because like, maybe they maintain their positivity or maybe they get really like depresso about it. He was like, never mind. There is a world where this character just becomes more of what you already do. And I was like, no, don't say that. I was just saying there's like variety, right? Like there's different directions he could go. That's all. When it rains, it pours dice. A musical D&D podcast? Oh my god. Is it improv music? Is it Sirens? Wait, I should ask this first. Is it Sirens? If it's Sirens, I know all of those people. And if it's something else, then I don't know it. I love that. Most of my characters are designed to grow and change as the game goes on. Yeah. I think like I'm all right with my characters starting off really maybe not really one-dimensional, but like having a lot of room to become something way more complex, you know? Oh, it's bombardment. Oh, nice. No, I hadn't heard of it. One thing to make any character cool: glowy eyes, instant badass. You don't gotta tell me twice. Even if it's only in my mind, I imagine cool things happening with my character's eyes always. Alis was a storm sorcerer and had sort of like a flavor RP aspect that never mechanically affected anything, but like if he was really upset or nervous or anything like that, his hands would like spark, basically. Like he his sorcerer magic was really unstable because he was never really taught how to use it, and he had a lot of it, was the idea. And in my mind, it was always that like if he was doing it on purpose, if he was like doing an actual like lightning spell, that his eyes would get all cool. It's never something I said, but it's always what I imagined. Bombardment is great. It teaches music theory along the way. What? That sounds so cute. Oh yeah. I just listened to the Talking Dads for after Dungeons and Daddies. That's the Freddie Wong one. It's called Dungeons and Daddies. Not a BDSM podcast. I did talk about Neon Divide, yeah, but to sum it up, it was extremely fun. My headset started having issues, so I didn't stick around for the whole thing. But it was really, really fun, and I'm really excited to play this season. I'm not ashamed to say I cried more than a couple of times listening to Dungeons and Daddies. And almost every time Sam found me crying. And was like, what's happening to you? Aren't you listening to a comedy thing? And I was like, yeah. Yes, but it's sad right now, okay? The humor only works if there's ups and downs, Sam. So, yeah, I highly recommend Dungeons and Daddies. It's a podcast. It's an actual play podcast where all of the characters are modern day dad archetypes, and the dads and their kids all get thrown into the Forgotten Realms, and they're separated, and the dads basically form a party and have to find their kids, and it's fucking wacky and hilarious, and sometimes it makes you cry. Maybe if you're me. Yeah, it's a dad isekai. It's exactly that. It's great. I've cried during almost every episode of this season of Star Trek Discovery. Oh my gosh, tell me nothing. I am not caught up on Discovery. But I love Discovery, and you can't ruin that for me. I'm not saying that to you, Banisteriopsis. I'm saying that to anybody who's about to be like, Discovery isn't very good. I don't care. I love Discovery. I'm sold. I'm subscribing. Do it. It's great. All the D&D campaigns I've been part of have been surface level in terms of character exploration. I'm not sure I would want more. I have more fun that way, I think. I think that's totally valid. Yeah, I've talked about this with my friends before quite a bit, that like sometimes the group that you're playing D&D with, it's not that there's anything wrong with that group, it's that they are looking for a different type of game than you, right? So if you joined a game that is like my perfect game, you'd probably be like, wow, this is a lot of like, our characters literally haven't moved in 2 sessions because everybody's too busy talking about shit, right? Like that's not the game that I want to play, maybe. And it doesn't mean that, you know, my game is wrong or your perfect game is wrong. It just means that there's a group that is a better fit for you, you know? I'm fully invested and fully in on RP. That's when I'm happiest. But I have friends who literally kind of like opt out of RP in their games, you know? They'll be like, yeah, I think in this scene, you know, my character would probably describe everything that happened in you know, the castle, and talk about, you know, all of the stuff that we talked about on the road for like ways that we want to, you know, like the other options that we really want to take. So I guess now we can just like choose which option we want to do, right? And it's not like an in-character discussion. It's just, okay, so how do we get from A to B so that we can continue the journey, right? And that's great, you know. I'll roleplay no combat for me. I like a mix. I do like a mix. But RP is my fave for sure. If there's like no fights, I don't find that interesting either. But the RP is always my favorite part. Yeah, oh my god, I love being in combat. Like, okay, so we were in, oh shoot, this might be a spoiler. I'm trying to think of an example that is not like from a super recent episode of something. But I guess like to talk about it vaguely, I love when I'm in a game and I'm in a fight with a group, right? And someone will be like, my character doesn't take their turn because of RP reason, right? Or like, I know that I technically can dodge this, but I don't think I would because so-and-so just said this, and I think I would be pretty shocked about that, right? Or like like things like that I love. And I know that like big combat people would find that very frustrating. But I love that. I love when RP like informs like how you decide to take your action in combat, even when it's like to a big detriment. I always like lasting injuries in D&D. Like if a hit was especially big, I'll give my character a scar. I think that that's fun. Yeah. There's so I drew art of Aelus older, and one of the things that I specifically did was give him a big scar on his face. Not a huge one, but like in my mind, I was like, well, oh gosh, this is kind of a spoiler as well. Shoot. In my mind, there was a reason why he would have it, you know? And you might say like, but in this world there's healers. It's like, right, but I think that there are situations in which you would still wind up with scars and things, you know? My character has currently been in like 7 sessions and almost died 3 times already. We have healers IRL too, and we still get scars. Sure. Sure. In D&D, there are literally healers that can bring you back from the dead. I feel like it's like more extreme, right? Like, there's probably more opportunities, especially for adventurers, to wind up, like, if you have healers around you, to wind up with less situations that leave like lasting minor marks, you know? But maybe not. And again, that can be totally up to you know, interpretations. And also, like, you as a character might say that you don't want it to be gone, you know? Oh my god. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I think that it's time for us to give out some subs. Coming up on the 2-hour mark. And we've got 16 subscriptions redeemed. Not all of them are randos though, so let me give out the named ones first. And then we can do some quizzes. Okay. Mute myself, please. Thank you. And then, okay. Let's see. Rando. Uh-oh, I might have gotten to this one too late. I did. Sorry, I'll give your points back there. Give to someone else. Give to a rando. Give to a rando. To whoever. Uh-oh. This is another one that I think I'm getting to too late. Yep. Give your points back. Rando. Rando. It's very lovely that, like, somebody can use their points to be like, I'd like a subscription, please. And if I wait too many days, they'll probably wind up with a gifted sub. That's very wholesome. That's very sweet. I'm sorry I took so long on that. Miss Groke, welcome to the Cat Gang. And... boop. Boop. Drathak. Welcome to the Katogangu. To a rando, to someone lovely. Oop. Okay. Grace? Oh, it's PayPal. It's like, who is trying to contact me today? Grace, welcome back to the Cat Gang. Rando. Nerglia, welcome to the Cat Gang. Beep. Beep. Rando. Okay. 18 randos. All right. Oh my God. Can I come up with 18 questions? Woof. Okay, so the way that this works, for anybody who hasn't been here for quiz time, the way that this works is that I will do a trivia question, basically. It'll be mostly based on stuff that has happened during the streams or talked about during the streams over the last week. If you know the answer and you are not subscribed currently, put the answer in chat. Whoever pops up first for me on my end will be the person who gets the sub. You might on your end see that you got there first, but because of like ping and lag and all of those sorts of things, everybody else might see it differently. So I promise you I will double, triple check and make sure that I'm giving it to the very first person who says the correct answer. Okay? Non-subs only. Subscribers, please do not answer these questions. Okay. Great. First question. Yesterday was a craft day. What was the first thing that we made during our craft day? Shoelaces. Well done. Ho-wo gets the sub. Welcome to the Cat Gang. We did. We made a very janky shoelace. That's from GB Links. Okay. Second question. Second question. Still in the same like pathway, right? I recently embroidered "Anime is Life" onto a sweatshirt for myself. I went to my sweet husband and I said, I want to stitch something on a hoodie for you. What should it say? What did Sam say he wanted it to say? Oh, you're going to get timed out. Censor it. What did Sam say he wanted it to say? You're going to get timed out. You can just say, oh, unfortunately, Hellcat, you put it in the wrong order, but Decadent Austerity just did the first letter. I feel like that's probably gonna work. Money Pussy Weed is what you wanted to say. I'm so sorry for the landmine I just gave you. Decadent Austerity, we're gonna say that you got that. There was no way to do that properly. That was a terrible question on my end. But here we are. That was from Caprica Swiss. Thank you very much for using your points for chat. What are you gonna do? I was saying that my kid and I were playing a game where we were catching bugs. We caught butterflies, dragonflies, we caught spiders and beetles, some normal things, and then we caught a certain type of bug that I thought was horrifying to catch. What was it? In pretend. For pretend. A mosquito! Well done. My kid wanted to catch mosquitoes. For some reason. Sir William! Well done. Welcome to the Katogangu. Non-subs only. That's from Celise. I freaked out on my keyboard. Let's see. Earlier, Summer mentioned a TTRPG that is like a TTRPG version of Stranger Things. What is it called? Kids on bikes. Kids on bikes. Kids on bikes. Kids on bikes. Drowned Icarus is the first person who responded on my end. These questions are too new. I'm only good at ancient Dodger lore. We decided to have them be like more recent instead of like, have you been watching me for years? If not, you're hosed. So if possible, there are questions having to do with like either today's stream or the last couple of streams.
Welcome, you
Okay,
fine
Toma.
cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
Gifted that sub. Welcome, Drowned Icarus.
Welcome, you fine cat-loving,
Okay.
coffee-drinking burrito babe.
What else did we do this week? I'm trying to remember. What did we play? Did we play anything? Was this week? No way. No, it wasn't. Oh, thank God. Oh, this was this week, though. What did we play that wound up being a demo and I was depressed about it? Electrician Simulator. Well done, Emerging Pilot. You will get the sub. Ugh, Electrician Simulator. That was so fun. Fuck, that game is so fun. And I don't know when it's coming out. And all I want to do is play more. And it turned out it was a goddamn demo. That game's gonna be so fun though. I can't wait. I never thought I would play Electrician Simulator and be like chomping at the bit for it to come out. But it was fun. Oguchi gifted that sub. I have played House Flipper. It's not as fun to me for whatever reason. I shocked myself multiple times. 10 out of 10. Okay, since so many of you are coming in and complimenting my hair, thank you so much. How did I say I achieved this hair? What did I do with it to get this hairstyle? It sat in a bun for too long. Well done, guys. Illaveneer. Welcome to the cat gang. That was from Banisteriopsis. Yeah, I literally put it in a top bun right when I got out of the shower. So it dried in the bun. And I left it in there for literally a day and a half and then was like, I should probably take this out. And when I did, I was like, ooh! Ooh, shit, it's cute! I like it. I've been talking a lot about, and people have been asking a lot about, the Neon Divide stress test that happened. Where is Moral, my character, where is Moral working this season? You don't have to say the name of the place, but like what type of place is it? A cafe. Well done. It's called the Chanterelle Cafe. It's very cute. Fox Kit, welcome to the cat gang. That's from Paolo. I was gonna say a juice bar. Nice. No, I'm not gonna stream it, but I am gonna record it. And that way, if I have to step away a lot, I can cut out the dead air, is the idea. Next question that is adjacent to that. The lovely Komoroshi did my outfit for season 3. And I said that they had put something really ridiculous in my hair as jewelry, and I adore it. What is it? A plant tag. Close quantum, but yes, Akabara got it. It's a plant tag. It's very funny. Wait, I'll show you a picture since I'm mentioning it anyway. Can you see it in this picture? Wait, which picture is it? Oh, you can't see it in that one. Wait. You can see the backside of it in this picture. But there's a big, on the right, there's a big plant tag just sticking out of their hair. It's good. It's good content. Okay, Akabara. Someone called them a trash room, which is my favorite. Is that the new band vest? Yes, it's cute. Look, it's got band on it as an homage to the shirt that got shot. It's good. I love it. And then a bunch of garbage in their hair. Okay, that one was brandling. Okay. Next question.
Welcome, you fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
Centurion, welcome to the cat gang. Thank you very much for subscribing. Trying to think. Earlier this week, in the last couple of days, we were talking about like emotes that are like copyright IP sort of stuff and like how dicey that can be. We have one emote that I think could one day potentially get us in trouble, but it would be easy to fix. Which emote is it? Waffle Boom, welcome to the cat gang. Thank you very much.
Cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
It is Diva. It is not Swaddaloon. No one at Pokemon is going to look at our Swaddaloon and be like, well, fuck. But our Diva, I think, like, kind of looks like Diva, you know? So Diva's the one that I was saying, like, we might have to adjust this one day, but probably not. Crab Hand Skenzy. Welcome to the cat gang. That is from Worthless Peon. Oh my god, we've still got 10 to go. What the fuck is this? Well, I guess that one could potentially get us in trouble too. Although I doubt many people look at Dude Cursed and go, is that Jason Derulo from the hit movie Cats? It sure is. I thought it was Nicolas Cage. Great. See? We're fine. I want my sub to go to Oz Frog Girl instead of a rando. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Oops. Goodness gracious. Beep. Osfrog Girl is already subscribed. I cannot gift a sub to them. What would you like me to do? Boxa! Thank you very much for all the gifted subs. She was just gifted. Oh my god. Okay. Go to a rando. Okay, got it. Which emote is Diva? See? I think we're probably fine. Diva is Duke Trash, I believe, is the code for it. It's one of our earliest emotes. Yeah, Duke Trash. Okay. What's next? What can we do next? This one is hyper specific to yesterday. My sweet husband went to pick up a rental car because our car is currently missing 2 tires. It doesn't matter why. And wound up coming home with no car. Why? Can't drive a manual. Yep, neither of us can drive a manual car. And they only had manuals at the rental place. Ripperonis. Quantum Rainbow. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Whatever, Alice. Who said, I've been so busy with uni, I didn't notice how many purbucks I have. Give this sub to one of the lovely people in chat. So there you go. Quantum Rainbow, welcome. Okay. That's why I learned to drive manual, more flexibility. You really don't need to know how to drive manual, at least in America, I feel like. I have never had a situation where I needed to drive manual. I have before, and I was terrible at it. But, yeah. What else did we talk about this week? I feel like we've looked up so much weird shit, and I'm trying to remember what all it was. Maybe I need to just look at my history. What's my Google history right now? Oh, there's a game that's sweeping the nation. That's showing up on social media all over the place, and I just learned what it is and how it works a couple of days ago. What is it? Wordle. There you go. Fjorlin, you're subscribed. Subscribers, do not answer. Rougeau. Or Rougeux. One of those. Or neither of those. Welcome to the Cat Gang. That's from Dawn Seeker. Yeah, I didn't know what it was. I just knew that everybody on Twitter kept posting their Wordle results, and I was like, I don't know what this means or what this is. But I've started doing it now. 100% success rate so far. So. So currently, wait, let me double check it. Yeah. So currently, this screen has been a screen that you guys have seen a lot. Or maybe you haven't. Maybe this is your first time seeing it. But it's cursed. Anyways, what text was there originally before we replaced it with Hello Family? Non-subs only. Hey, bestie! Green Turtle, well done. Yeah. Wait. Is it this one? Yeah. Hey, bestie! Yeah. There you go. Great. We're getting into the deep cuts now. Okay, that's from Ectrix. What is that image? It's Costa del Sol from Final Fantasy XIV with absolutely nothing superimposed on top of it. That's just what it looks like in the game. This is it. It's normal. At the start of the stream, we were talking about some of the like Discord emotes that have been turned into follower emotes. Which one did I say is like one of my new favorite emotes? Not like this. Yes. Which again, it's a follower emote, so you could just put the emote in there as long as you're following. Mex is the first person to say it. Mex, welcome to the cat gang. It is a good emote, isn't it? Living of Stories. Okay, we got 6 left. Can I come up with 6 more questions? I'm sure I can. You just gotta give me a sec. You just gotta give me a minute. There's an old show that I used to do that I've talked about bringing back more recently on stream and figuring out like how to do it streamed. Which show is it? Friendzone! Yee. Milalala is the first person who said it on my end. Welcome to the Katogangu. Yeah, people just like doing trivia for it. And I think it's fun, so. Oh my god, come on. There we go. Friend Zone. That's from O'Lurie. Thank you for redeeming that. Friend Zone is how I discovered you. It's not just you. Hi, Brett! The subs. Just cheer on the non-subs. Oh my god, here's another one. I was saying yesterday that I finally watched the finale of a really, really old, like, show, kind of, like cartoon, internet-based cartoon. What was it? Charlie the Unicorn, well done. Which prompted most of chat to be like, there's a finale, or I've never heard of that in my life, which was fascinating. Yeah, Charlie the Unicorn has a 40-minute finale that you can watch after all these years, and it's wild. All right. Kosirtska. I'm sure that's wrong, but welcome to the cat gang. Yeah, it's long. It's long. There's enough in it that I have watched multiple videos like deconstructing what Charlie the Unicorn is even meant to be about. It's honestly fascinating. Anyways, sad old guy, that was from you. I feel awful for having a brain fart and impulse answering. Just ban me. We're not going to ban you. It's okay. It was a mistake. It's all right. Okay. That's like half a movie, I guess. Lucas SM, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much for subscribing at the end here.
Drinking burrito babe.
Okay, let's see. I guess, like, here's an easy one. There's a hoodie that we have strategically taken a couple of letters away from in the name of 2022 Year of Chaos. What specifically does the hoodie now say? Oh my gosh, you guys can do this. You guys can do this. I believe in you. I did not expect this to be a difficult one. Oh. Almost. Just spelled wrong. There it is. Lale and Ujour. Kansu SD. Was the first person who got it and spelled it all right. Yeah, it used to say La Légende Toujours, and now it says La Légende Toujours. It is nonsense French now. Kansu, welcome to the Cat Gang. I don't know, but that cat fabric you have is amazing. That's from Oluri. Welcome, Kansu.
You fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito babe.
Those 2 years of French kind of helped. Hell yeah. Including Neon Divide. How many... Including Neon Divide, how many RP things am I potentially going to be doing with my evenings in the coming future? It's not 5. You're forgetting Godforged. Yep, 6. 6. 2 new full campaigns, 2 potential guest things. Neon Divide, Godforged. 6. Max Volume, welcome to the Cat Gang. Six RPG things in a week, the dream. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Like, it could be a dream or it could be a nightmare. Like, it could be emotionally just a husk. There was an error in your order? Pardon? What do you mean there was an error in my order? Again, then. Is it mad at me? Is that too much? Have I done too many? I know this happens to people sometimes. Uh-oh. I think it's blocked me. I think I've done too many. I'm gonna write down Max Volume. I'm gonna write you down. Give sub Max Volume. And we'll have to wait on these last ones. Because, yeah, that'll be from Seraphine. So thank you so much for that once we're able to do that. But I'm being blocked. It won't let me buy anymore. When you do a lot of single gift subs, it flags as suspicious activity. That makes sense. That makes sense. don't like this. What is this? Okay. It is 3:30. I gotta get going. We had a Valentine from today. Shout out to your ever-changing hair. I swear you change models more than VTubers. I'm here for it. I wish my hair looked like this all the time. That's why I was like, I'm gonna get a perm. Baby, I'm gonna go get a perm. We had a raid leader. Let's see if they are live. Oof. They are. Playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Nice. So I'm going to read off the activity feed and then I'm going to send you over to It's Kantia. Maybe? Might be the pronunciation. But thank you all very much for watching today. Short stream on Saturdays. Tonight we've got our misdemeanor one-shot. It's set in an alternate universe, which is very fun. So if you want to watch that, it's all to raise money for Brett's phase 3 stuff for his D&D. So if you want to come in and support and hang out, it should be a fun few hours. Tomorrow I don't stream, but we do have Godforged in the evenings, which is Joe Fudge's D&D show. So could tune into that if you're looking for something to watch. Next time that I stream normally will be on Monday, assuming that stuff doesn't go wonky with the vet. If stuff goes wonky with the vet, I will let you know on Twitter and we might adjust some stuff, but okie dokie artichoke. 2 days ago, that's too far. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. For real. Korguzmar, again, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much. Unicorns Like a Boss, thank you for all of the gifted subs. Again, it's like deleted. It says ones from yesterday, but has deleted some of the ones from earlier today. I don't know why it does this. It's very obnoxious. Anybody who isn't included in this, I'm very sorry. Freelance Champ, thank you again for the subscription. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Fennicini for the 39, Joseph for the 63, Fallout Gamer for the 31, Ritsuka Kira for the 40, Cybercat Dan for the 40, Snooty Zulu for the 3, Meld Iron Can for the 52, Mossy for the 66, Sir Hamelot for the 4 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much for all the support and the love. I appreciate it. Dinah for the 55 months, Linny Dota for the 11, Shiren for the 75, Princess Patoot, again, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Firefly, thank you for the 6, Knight of Phalon for the 2, Ander for the 2 months, Scorpy for the gifted sub, Baby Bird's Nest for the 18, Centurion for subscribing. Again, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you very much. Waffle Bloom for subscribing as well. Thank you, thank you. Patience for the gifted sub, Boxa for the gifted subs. Thank you so much, guys. Derek Hale for the 33, Rafid for the 55, Lucas SM, again, welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you. And Lord Sovereign for the gifted sub right at the end here. If you were gifted a sub by anybody, it'll say it. There's like a little thingy up here above me that will show you any like updates to your account. Basically, it'll include anytime you've been gifted a sub, where the sub was gifted to, and who gifted it to you, so you can take the time to say thanks and find out who did that. I appreciate all the generosity today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna send you over spread love, spread joy, have fun, have a great rest of your day. Maybe I'll see you on a D&D thing either tonight or tomorrow, but otherwise Monday will be our goal for next stream. Okay, thank you all very much. Take care and bye bye.